And welcome back, everyone. I'm sure more than one person has given me this one, but we're just going to go with a simple one today. Big Time True Deaths asks the question, who wins in a fight, Broly or Doomsday? By all accounts, this should probably be in the speed round, but I'll say this. I don't think it's a clear-cut winner fight, per se, in the sense of it's over quick. It's more the fact that one doesn't really have a method to fully put down the other. We know Broly in Super is one of the most naturally gifted Saiyans ever to be born. His power is such that just in base form alone, he could throw hands with Super Saiyan Goku or Vegeta, who were already had their bases amped with God Ki. And Uzaru, he was able to go toe-to-toe with God Ki versions of them. And Super Saiyan Broly was already slapping around Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta. That's not even to mention his full Berserker legendary Super Saiyan form, which was still able to fight with Gogeta, who was together. They were breaking the laws of freaking reality. Like they literally were shattering reality itself just with their fight. He's got energy bats. He can fly, so he's insanely powerful, no doubt about it. Doomsday, sadly, is a different beast entirely. I did a video once where I said Goku would be able to beat Doomsday. Look, I like Goku a lot, so maybe I was kind of rooting for him a little bit in that corner, at least when it comes to certain fights. Doomsday, though, yeah, it's a bit of a different beast. I mean, this is a guy who, on sheer physicality, can punch out of a dimension, whose mere presence can annihilate and boil oceans and incinerate a herd of wildebeest. I mean, this is a guy who literally has adaptive evolution, really gained powers to combat someone who has certain weaknesses. Like Martian Manhunter, he gained with against Batman, who's like a sound cannon, he was able to adapt his ear canals. And he also has a super regeneration factor. And if he dies, manages to die, he comes back stronger, immune to the thing that killed him prior. And that's not even going into, and I still can't find modern Doomsday DC. Hold on, what the most recent version of him? Modern Doomsday DC. That weird, that skinny version of it. Okay, let's try this again, dog. You literally just didn't go back. There you go. Beep, beep, boop, boop. Okay, let's see here. Doomsday, current Doomsday. Okay, current Doomsday. I believe. Okay, current Doomsday is is described as being slightly weaker depending on the interpretation. Like my guess is he doesn't physically have the same abilities that he did once prior, but but the new version of Doomsday has time manipulation. Is it Prime Earth? Is the one I'm thinking of here, or the one where he literally came back, like from the edge of like the end of time, pretty much, which is more or less one of his only weaknesses is the act. There we go. Doomsday. Okay, is this Earth Prime? No, that's not Earth Prime Doomsday. I want the original. I want like the not original. Is like the more current, like the skinny hooded Doomsday, who, I mean, he still looks like Doomsday, but you know what I mean. If anyone who's a general fan of comics knows which version of Doomsday I'm talking about here. Let's see here. Modern. Okay, let me get an image. Okay, that's yeah. The Screen Rant's got a picture of the Doomsday I'm talking about here. Hold on. Let me get this up here. If I can. Let's see here. Ranking villains for Daylore. Okay, Doomsday can control. Okay. Oh, that's a TikTok. I don't want to. I want nothing to do with that social media bullshit. Let's see here. Doomsday needs. But okay, 1 second here. Doomsday. Let's get this up and things. Doomsday. Doomsday. Oh, okay. Hold on. These are what's it? There are versions of Doomsday. Okay, there's a character who became Doomsday, another character who became Doomsday. The original Doomsday had limitless power. Blah blah blah. What's the version? All American Boy was the government's very own Doomsday. obviously the Batman who became Doomsday, different Doomsday. Doomslayer was the hunter of all Doomsday. Doctor Doomsday was a terrifying amalgamation. Yeah, that was literally an amalgamate comics where yeah, and then there's Superman was a horrifying Doomsday, and then let me see here. The Doomsday's final form is practically a god. Okay. Doomsday final form. Recently, the question of how far Doomsday can evolve. Yeah, that's exactly the one I'm thinking of. Let me get that picture up here real quick. Let's see here. Get that. Get that. Where? No capture. Come on. Okay. Uh, I hate when this thing does this. I absolutely hate when this thing does this. Let me see if I do that. And I do that. Okay, whatever. It won't show, for some reason it won't unless is it turned off by mistake? It is not. I don't know why it's not doing the thing. Anyway, yeah, no, this was basically what was it? Eventually, after millennia of fighting Superman, Doomsday will reach a point where he evolves into a literal god, the Time Trapper. That's what he was called, the Time Trapper. States in his conversation with Superman that if he can die and evolve one more time and become a god of space and time, this version of Doomsday is the Time Trapper, and he's evolved to the point where he is perfectly capable of speaking. Not only that, he's strong enough to easily toss Superman aside and fast enough to take Superman's punches no surprise. Significantly slimmer. Yet he seems even more powerful than before, showing that Doomsday seems to have unlocked his true power. The power is especially apparent by how he's just one evolution away from divinity. While there has been tons of versions of Doomsday he's fought over, there's no denying Time Trapper is the most powerful version. It's Time Trapper Doomsday. That's what he was called. Okay, all right. So let me Time Trapper Doomsday. I'm wasting time on this, because it's important for me to for me to actually understand this for future what ifs. But it's also one of those things where it's like this is the inherent kind of issue with the fight is that he's just doesn't have any oh, okay, now you want to freaking show. Okay, I don't know why he was struggling before. Let me get that image here. Okay, yeah, there he is. Time Trapper Doomsday. Like, yeah, and honestly, I could dig this look more. I mean, the original Doomsday is fine in terms of how he looks. I got no problem with the way he looks. But okay, I hate when. Okay, you can. If I scroll real quick, yeah, you can see him right there, Doomsday. Yeah, that moral. If you can see that guy like right in the corner, that's what Time Trapper Doomsday more or less looks like. Honestly, he looks like an old man Doomsday, which is kind of cool. But yeah, he literally had space-time manipulation powers, still strong enough to literally throw Superman and Supergirl around like nothing. Like he is as far as close to a god as Doomsday has ever become. Broly, for all his power, is still just it's not even close to like Superman. Can Superman solo the DC universe? Or the DC universe, the Dragon Ball universe. Solo might be an overstatement, but he could, but you do get to characters who have levels of power that Superman, if he's not getting his full, that's the thing. When people say, can Superman solo the universe? People try to think of this like a Death Battle scenario where it's like when he's gonna be bloodlust and give him his full power. No, he would not be, unless there's a scenario that allows him to access all of that power. That you can't feasibly do that. That's why I consider characters like, say, a Goku or others, or Beerus or something like that, to be able to beat him in a fight, because it's very rare you would ever get these characters at their full potential or full power if they're characters that need outside help or sources to actually do that. So yeah, and Broly would be one of those characters who doesn't need that. But Doomsday, on the other hand, just keeps evolving, and his peak just keeps getting higher and higher and higher. Add on to the fact that, apart from the fact Broly can't send him to the end of time, and the fact that he doesn't have a way to manipulate his biology to prevent him from evolving or adaptation or anything like that, which I deduced in my Apocalypse versus Doomsday video, would be one of the only other ways you could counter him, is you'd have to literally rewrite his DNA. You'd have to rewrite it so he no longer is capable of evolving. But arguably, the problem with that is, if you don't do it fast enough, he'd evolve a counter for manipulating his DNA. So this is why Doomsday is one of the strongest effers in comics general, just because he is literally, like, he just keeps evolving. It's kind of insane. Ironically, though, he still wouldn't be a match for someone like Lucifer Morningstar or the Presence or anything like that. But anywho, so yeah, long and short of it, Doomsday would beat Broly. I think Broly would put up a fight. He put up a good fight, but in the end, it didn't really matter. But in the end, yeah, he doesn't outscale Doomsday, and he doesn't have an ability to destroy Doomsday permanently. He might be able to actually even put if this were like the first Doomsday we ever meet in the comics, he could probably actually beat that Doomsday. But Doomsday would eventually come back. It also depends on how quickly he can regenerate, or come back from the dead. That has been up in the air, like how quickly that can happen. Like when Superman beat him the first time, he didn't come back for a while. But then other incarnations just have him kind of coming back from the dead over and over again. So it really is up for debate on how quickly that happens. Regardless, though, I think most people would agree it would be Doomsday who'd win the fight. It's going to be a fun fight to watch, but it'd probably be Doomsday. Anyway, though, I digress. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.